Hey Froggy friends, Kirostyle here. Welcome back to 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming by. Today we're going through the true ending of this game. So, last time we found out who's the one responsible for a lot of the deaths in the game, including the Ninth Man and Snake, or who we think is Snake, through door number 3. But we still have a lot of unanswered questions. We don't know who Zero is, we don't know why we're here, we don't know how to get out, or how to get out with everyone, I guess. So between the previous stream and this stream, I had to go back and readjust our route. So last time we got the safe ending. Oops, actually I'll scroll down. So we got this ending here, which is called the safe ending. Now it's called the safe ending not because everyone's safe, but it's because the picture for the ending is the picture of the safe that we open up. And when we open up the safe, we got a passcode, which was, or rather, we opened up the safe using a passcode, which was 1438341. That's going to be important coming up to this episode. So, in order to get the true ending of the game, which is this one here, you need to have gotten the safe ending first. If you don't get the safe ending, you're going to get stuck. And instead, you're going to end up with a different ending. Now, we've gone down this route before. However, last time we got the axe ending. The way to get this ending here is you have to choose a specific combination of doors earlier in the game. So between the previous stream and this stream, I went back in time, I went back through the flowchart, and all I did was I went through each door decision, and I chose the right doors I wanted, and then I saved, and then I went back to the chart. I hope that does everything that we want. So the first set of doors, you need to go through door number 4. So this is the second class cabins. You go through here with Santa, June, and Lotus. Now, what's important, actually no, I'll talk about that in a bit. So then we go to the kitchen with the same group. Then after the large hospital room, you have to choose door number 7. This is the operating room with Lotus, Clover, and 7. Or no, just Clover and 7, no Lotus. And then we get back to here. Now, one thing is, it's not enough just to pick the right doors to get to this true ending. There are other choices you have to make. So see these little locks here indicate them. So in the second class cabins, you need to accept the Clover bookmark from Santa. And that is what we did the first time. So that has not changed. So I didn't need to go back and do that. In the kitchen, when you get locked in the freezer, you have to ask June about Ice 9. Then in the operating room, you have to talk to 7 about Ice 9. And he's going to tell you about Alice. And then you have to give the Clover bookmark to Clover. Then, now we can continue from here. So we're going to go through the number 1 door. We went through this in the previous, or two videos ago on YouTube. 2 videos ago, or 1 stream ago if you're looking on Twitch. This is the chart room and the captain's quarters. However, things are going to be a little bit different this time because of the choices we've made. Now, we've already gone through these rooms, so I'm going to blast through the puzzles pretty quickly. Despite that, the true ending is quite long, so we're still going to be here for a while. All set? Thank you so much for coming. Psycho Reaper, Yule, Celeste, good to see you. And let's get on with the show. Get ready for a wild ride.
Everyone wrote their code name and a door number they want, right?
Yes, just like you told us earlier.
Can't believe we're voting here.
Hey, Twilight Red Mage. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for dropping by.
We need to make the whole thing fair, blah-de-blah. This is a complicated plan, you know. Hurry it up, Mr. I have a brilliant idea.
Yeah, quiet in the peanut gallery.
Oh, thanks for summoning Kirby.
Alright, let's open these up. The first one says, Ace requests door 1.
Yes, I do. Would you like me to explain why?
No, we don't have time for that. Sorry. Let's keep going. Next is Santa. He wants door 6.
Yeah, that's what I wrote.
Clover wants 1, Lotus wants 2, and 7 also wants 2.
Wait a minute. There is no way I'm going anywhere with the Elephant Man.
No, there'd be no point to the voting if we let people change their choices because of stuff like that.
But
Just give it up, Lotus. It's not like I want to hang out with some exhibitionist grandma.
I am not an exhibitionist. I'm wearing clothes.
Barely.
So, last I checked, that's not a crime.
Maybe. But what about common decency? Nobody wants to have to look at a chick who looks like a half-naked raisin.
Oh, I'm gonna kill you!
Oh, not good.
Let go! Let go of me! I'm killing him!
Junpei, read the rest.
Right. June wants door 6.
Yes, I don't really have a reason. I just felt like it.
So this was everyone's vote. Ace and Clover requested door 1. Seven and Lotus requested door 2. Santa and June requested door 6. Then the door I should choose is... Okay, the last one is mine. I want to go through...
Door 1.
My choice is door 1.
This feels oddly familiar, like as if I've done this before.
Hey, wait a minute there. You cheating?
Cheating?
I'm asking if you changed your number after you heard what doors we wanted.
How could I do that? I wrote it down on the paper earlier.
Let me see that.
Sure, here. I had 3 pieces of paper ready, and I put the one with door 6 on it into the pot. I just needed to make sure I drew last. After I saw everyone else's result, I just chose whatever door I wanted. If the number I'd already put in matched, then I didn't have to switch the paper out. Well, what does it say?
You got lucky.
Very well. We've decided who will go through door 1. It will be Clover, Junpei, and myself. Our only problem is the 2 remaining teams.
June and I want door 6.
Lotus and I want door 2.
That's not good.
Hey, Yuro, welcome to the stream.
We can't open either of those doors with only 2 people. Aw.
Fine. 7, we'll go through door 6.
Sure thing. I didn't really want to go through door 2 anyway. Besides, if we've got a younger girl with us, it'll lower the average age. Right, June?
Well,
Pig. You just wait and see.
Alright, here's the part where Lotus like mopes around and her portrait wanders.
Calling me old. This is why men are such a pain in the ass. They're about as subtle as a brick.
And they're at it again.
I'll see you later, June.
Jumpy.
Don't make that face. It'll be like what 7 said.
We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. That's how the Nonary game works.
It'll be fine. I'll see you soon.
All right. See you later.
Here's A deck. It was the door on the left, right?
That should be it, yes.
Then here we go. It's just as Santa and Lotus said.
Great, I'm going through a door with 2 people that have murdered me in separate timelines. Wonderful.
A numbered door.
There's the red. I'll go first. Now the 2 of you, if you would. Now. Are you ready? Shall I pull it?
Yeah, anytime.
Very well then. 3, 2, 1.
And it's open! Move it! Where is it? There it is! Over there! It stopped.
Yes, it did. Whew. I don't believe I'll ever get used to that.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to. We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
I agree.
Now then. There's another door. Let's try opening it. So, this is the wheelhouse? Ace, you investigate the wheelhouse next door.
Very well.
Clover, you're in charge of this room. Say something!
Okay, I will.
All right then, let's get started.
Okay, so just like before, since we've done these rooms before, I'm going to go through them quickly. I'm not going to read out all the dialogue. However, there's going to be a couple scenes that will change a little bit based on our new decisions now that we've redone the timeline. I believe those cutscenes are going to be voice acted though, so we won't have to like watch out for them. And luckily, we just did this one the other day, so these rooms were pretty short, actually. Okay, I got the charts, I got the log. Right, we need the pocket watch.
Oh, pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
Hey, man. What are you doing over in this room?
Oh, I just thought I'd come check up on the two of you. Is there a problem?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there is. You checked on us. Now get out of here. We split this stuff up for a reason, all right?
No more being Mr. Nice Guy to you.
That's a lie. We didn't have to split up the work. I just want to talk to Clover alone. That's why I sent Ace to the wheelhouse. There's something I want to ask her, and I don't want anyone to overhear us. I'm pretty sure Clover won't talk if there's anyone else around. That's why when Ace showed up again, I got a little desperate. I had to make him leave.
Oh, I see. Of course. I apologize for the intrusion. Well, best of luck.
What was that about? Why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, no, it's not like that.
What's it like then?
Suddenly, you're much more talkative now, Clover.
I just wanted to hear the rest of that story.
Oh, right, she was telling us a story in the operating room about the experiment being conducted on the ship.
I didn't get a chance to ask you about it until now.
What story?
About the experiment, remember? The one you started to tell me in the operating room? You said something about an experiment that happened here 9 years ago.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to talk about that right now. I'm just not in the mood, okay? You understand, right? I keep thinking about my brother. I can't stop. I mean, who would do something like that to my brother? I can't forgive them. I'm not gonna let them get away with it. They're gonna pay for it. I promise. So, Junpei, who do you think did it?
Well, if what Seven said was right, then there would have to be at least 2 of them. You need at least 3 people to open the numbered doors, and if you subtract Snake, that means there were at least 2 other people.
You're right. So, what does that mean?
Well, if we just look at the bracelet numbers, we should be able to figure it out. Who could have opened door 3 with Snake? Well, really, who and who, or who and who?
You mean it could have been 4 people?
Well, technically it's possible.
I don't know. That doesn't seem very likely.
Why?
I'll tell you later. Why don't we just assume it was only 2 other people for now?
Okay, got it. Let's do that then.
Then who do you think it could be?
Which 2 bracelet numbers added to 2 would give a digital root of 3? Oh, great. I mean, in the Axe ending, she accused Santa and 7, which we know now is incorrect.
Would it be Santa and 7? The digital root for Snake, Santa, and 7 is 3. Wait, hold on. Are Santa and 7 the killers?
What's wrong?
Well, I thought about it, and...
That's what I thought. Santa and 7. If it was 2 people, then that's the only combination that works.
Hey, wait a minute there. Don't you think it's a little too early to be jumping to conclusions? Well, all I said is that those two would have been able to open door 3 with your brother. There might be other possibilities.
Well, what other possibilities? Are you saying you think that it was 3 or 4 people? I really don't think that's likely.
Why not?
Can I borrow your pen and paper?
Yeah, here. What's this?
These are the combinations for 3 or 4 people. These 8 combinations are the only possible ones.
She's really been thinking about this. I mean, I don't blame her.
Oh, I see.
Junpei,
Yeah?
I can trust you, right?
Of course. Why would you need to ask that?
Really?
Yeah.
So then I should get rid of B, D, G, and H, right?
Of course. Just cross them out. And you should take off yours too. The ones with 4.
So, what does that leave?
A and E.
So the first one is Ace, Santa, and June, or Ace, Santa, 7, and Lotus.
Wait, it can't be A.
Why?
Because June's in that one. There's no way in hell she'd do something like that.
Are you sure?
I'd bet my life on it.
Okay then. I can cross off A too, right?
Yeah.
Well, what have we got left?
E.
Do you know what this means?
Everyone besides me, you, and June would be working together.
Do you think that's likely? If there were 4 people working together, they wouldn't be very cautious. I don't think they'd try that hard to hide what they were doing if they outnumbered us, right?
Well, you do have a point.
And besides, if Ace and 7 are working together, they could have easily gotten rid of me when I went to the shower room with them. But they didn't. They didn't even try anything. If they were killers, why wouldn't they?
Oh, I see. Anyway, I understand now. It seems pretty unlikely that it was as many as 3 or 4 people.
Yeah.
Then that means there's a good chance it was Santa and 7.
No, don't plant that idea in her brain.
That's how it looks.
But why would they do it?
Their motive.
Have I interrupted something?
What is it?
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
Go ahead.
Okay. What did you want to talk about?
There was something I wanted to check.
Yeah? What's that?
If you'll excuse me.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
Stop shoving your hands in my pockets.
I'm just checking.
No, stop!
Just as I thought. What exactly are these pieces of paper hiding in your pocket? You switched them, didn't you, when we voted? Well, I can't say that I care. I managed to get through the numbered door I wanted, despite your mischief.
Then, why did you...
Oh, simple curiosity. I hope you won't think ill of me for it.
Damn.
Okay. I wonder if I went through this story route and I said the first option when Ace came in, would I have had that conversation with Clover? Wait, no, I guess that conversation only happens if you've been to the operating room with her. So I guess it would have just played out the same, right? I guess they won't let me turn the wheel until the compass gets examined, eh? Oh. Oh, then I gotta look at this first. Okay, let's go south. West. Southwest. Northwest. And then east. North. Full, half, slow, full, half, dead, stop. Like, look how fast this room was. Like, the engine room and the cargo room took so long because they had so many, like, extra mini puzzles. Actually, the engine room was pretty long because it had, like, 3 back-to-back puzzles at the very end. Like, look at that. That's so fast.
Oh, a hallway.
It's far too narrow to be called one. This seems to be the only route.
Yeah, let's go. Wow. Well, these machines are weird. I've never seen any of them before. Huh? Wait, this one is...
Ah, yes. A telegraph key. These were used to transmit Morse code a long time ago. This must be the communication office.
And that door?
Captain's quarters. Huh.
That's what it says.
Then, do you think...
Well, we won't know if we don't open it.
Not again. Damn. No, wait. We didn't check his pulse yet. Maybe he's still alive. No pulse. Well, he's dead. Damn. If only we knew how it happened. These wounds. I wonder what killed him. It must have been this.
Yeah, let's keep that axe away from a certain someone, eh?
These clothes. A captain. Does that mean this guy was Zero? Bracelet Zero.
Junpei.
It may be wise to find a way out of here first.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's pick up the music box. Get the numbers.
Huh. Zero, huh? It's like he's making fun of us. What do you think?
Nothing.
What about him? Do you think that's really Zero?
There's no way that's him. Didn't I tell you already? Zero is one of us.
Yeah, right. Well, even if he wasn't one of us, there's no way that man could be Zero.
Huh?
Don't you get it? The letters that spell Zero on the TV screen, the captain's clothes he's got on, and of course, the bracelet with a zero on it. It's too obvious. Look, this is Zero right here. This dead body is Zero.
This conversation's slightly different too.
Isn't that kind of fishy?
You're right. Only an idiot wouldn't see through something like that.
No, that's not the point. So I'm not trying to make fun of them for thinking a trick like this would work. I'm sure they didn't think it would work, which makes me wonder.
Wait, are you not gonna voice act the last couple of parts of your line there, Junpei?
I think this is a challenge. A challenge from the person who's really behind all of this. He's making fun of us. Don't you get it? If whoever killed this guy really wanted us to think this corpse was Zero, they'd never have put a bracelet on him. Walking around with a Zero bracelet would be like hanging a sign around your neck that said, "I did it!" Anyone with a brain would be able to see that this guy is supposed to look like everything Zero is supposed to be. Just like we did. The killer must have known we wouldn't think he was Zero and put the bracelet on him anyway. Do you know why?
Why?
Like I said, he's mocking us. Too bad, suckers, this isn't Zero. Where's the real me then? See if you can catch me. It's the same bad joke a lot of criminals like to play. They'll just sit back and watch people run in circles.
That's really twisted. But it almost seems kind of childish.
Yeah, you're right. It's really childish. It's like it's just a game to whoever this person is. That's what seems funny to me. Alright, let's get back to the point. Who killed this man?
I don't know.
And what's this guy's deal? Who is he?
How would I know that? If I knew anything, I would have told you.
You have no idea who he is.
Why would I?
We should check and see if he's got anything on him that might tell us who he is. Give me a hand here, Clover.
Huh?
We gotta flip him over. How else are we gonna search his pockets?
Clover, help me handle this dead body.
Okay, fine. Guess I'll do it. Here we go.
Funny they didn't do this in the other timeline.
Huh? Hey, it's the...
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only two ways to do so. One, you escape from this ship. Two, more hardly, which is Zero. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confine of the ship, or the parasitic mirror's heartbeat has fallen to zero, it will shut down automatically.
Oh god. This man... He's dead, isn't he?
Well, yeah.
Huh?
No, it's just... I guess I didn't really think about it until right now. If his bracelet's off, that means he's dead.
Well, it's pretty obvious that he's dead. You don't really need to look at his bracelet to figure out that he's dead.
Yeah. I guess you're right. It is pretty obvious.
And the thing is, too, remember in the axe ending? Clover said that she'd be able to get through the 9 door using her watch, the 0 watch, and Santa's. But now we know that's not true, because the 0 watch, in the safe ending, we found out is not actually a value of 0.
Well, he looks a lot better than the other bodies we've seen, though.
Don't
you know?
Joke about dead bodies to the girl who just lost her brother, bro.
I mean, if there wasn't all this blood, he'd almost look like he was still alive. I mean, I know it's kind of a messed up thing to say, but he kinda has it better.
Can you stop talking, Junpei? This is horrible.
Dying from a bomb going off inside of you? I mean, that's just...
Junpei!
Some of Snake's bones went right through his skin. I think the explosion must have thrown him against a wall or something.
Yes, explain the dead body to the girl. I mean, I know this is going to be important because he's probably going to mention the whole... Because in this timeline, Junpei doesn't know that Snake has a fake prosthetic left arm.
There was a broken bone just sticking out of his left arm.
So that's why he's mentioning it. But gosh, Junpei, you were so stupid for even going down this path of logic. Saying this to the poor girl.
And...
What did you just say?
Oh man, I am so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I really don't know what I was thinking. I mean...
No, that's not what I'm talking about. What did you say about his arm?
Arm?
Yes, his left arm. You said it, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I did, but... I mean, didn't you see it too?
Of course not. I could barely look at him. There's no way I was gonna see the details. Are you sure it was his left arm?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
And he had a broken bone, right?
What the hell are you getting at here?
Just shut up and answer me!
Yeah, he did. It was pretty bad, too. The bone was sticking out of the arm. Clover? What's wrong? Look, I'm sorry if I said anything...
Thank you.
Huh? What are you...
Thank you so much, Junpei.
Now I don't have to murder you with an axe.
Hey, what's going on with you?
I'm sorry, it's just... I'm so happy.
Why?
The body in the shower room, it isn't his. It isn't my brother.
Huh?
It's not Snake.
Why on earth would you think that?
Because his left arm is... I'm sorry. I really shouldn't be talking about this.
So where's Ace? Isn't he right next door when we're having this conversation?
But he's still alive. I'm so happy. I'm so glad. Junpei, you were right.
Huh?
No matter what happens, you can never lose hope. You have to remember what's most important, and that's to have faith and to have love.
Yes, all the things that Santa hates.
If you can remember all of those, that'll bring you good luck.
That's...
I only made it here because you gave me this. I was suspicious of everybody. I was angry and miserable. But because I had this 4-leaf clover, because of what you said to me,
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Junpei.
Oh, if you really want to thank somebody, you should be thanking Santa.
Santa? Why?
Well, he was the one who gave me that thing. And the words for each leaf, I got that from him too.
Oh.
Huh?
Did Santa really tell you those things?
Yeah, he did. Did I, say something wrong?
Oh no, not at all. In fact, this could be really good news, I think.
You think?
Santa knew about the words and the clover. The only people who should know about that are the other subjects.
Subjects?
The other people who were in the experiment 9 years ago, with my brother and me. But he's blind, and I was part of the Nevada test group. So neither of us would be able to recognize the faces of the people who were on this boat.
Whoa. Okay, time out. Let's just calm down for a second, okay? Start from the top. Don't start with the end and then jump to the middle. You gotta start with 1 and then move to 2 and 3 and 4 and so on.
I see what he did there. Don't start at the end and then jump to the middle. Oh my. That has to be a coincidence, right? You guys don't know what I'm talking about, but if you know the Zero Escape franchise storyline, no, there's no way. They didn't plan the sequel. At the time of the writing of this game, they had not planned the sequel yet because they didn't know it would go so well. That has to be a coincidence, right? Junpei, you didn't just say that. The joke here is that the second game here, or the second game in the series takes place after this one, and the third game takes place between the two. So it's like, don't start at the end and then end up at the middle, which is exactly where the story goes.
If you don't tell me stuff in the right order, I'm never gonna be able to figure it out.
They knew. They must have known. He must have had an inkling of what he was doing when he was writing this.
Okay.
All right, let's start with this experiment. What happened on this boat 9 years ago?
Do you know about morphogenetic fields?
Morphogenetic fields?
All right, how about this? Theory of the telepathic mechanism.
I think Lotus mentioned something like that.
Telepathy, huh? Well, that's not really it, but I suppose it's similar.
So they were testing telepathy on this ship?
Yeah, I guess so.
So, what exactly did they have you guys do?
The same thing that we're doing now. Exactly the same thing.
What?
Hey, Lord Depper, welcome to the stream.
The Nonary Game. 9 people were put on this boat, and 9 others were put in the building in Nevada, and the game started.
Look, I'm sorry, but I don't get it. What do the Nonary Game and some telepathy experiment have to do with each other? Am I missing something here?
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger. You know how sometimes when you're up against a really tough problem, and then the answer just kind of pops in your head? That's an epiphany. And what you learn from the epiphany can be transmitted with telepathy. When you add danger to that equation, then it gets easier to transmit that information over telepathy.
So you're saying the Nonary Game was supposed to introduce that element of danger?
Yeah, but it couldn't be just any old danger. It had to be life and death. And someone did actually die. A girl.
Huh.
She was on the boat with my brother. I was in Nevada. I never met her, but I did hear her name. Her name was...
Oh, you're getting to the good part.
Oh, my apologies. I seem to have disturbed you.
Stop walking in on us at the wrong time, Ace.
Ace!
You two must have strong stomachs. I can't imagine how you could stay in this room for so long. At any rate, Junpei, would you be so kind as to come and help me with something? I'm having a little trouble, and I could really use your assistance. Come on. It'll only take a moment.
I don't want Ace to hear us. We can talk about this later.
Huh? Hey, wait!
Junpei, what are you doing in there? Hurry up!
This better be good, Ace. Wait, the cutscene just ends here. He doesn't actually have anything. Yeah, Ace be like, could you come inside the oven and help me clean it? It's almost like he's intentionally trying to stop our conversation.
Looks like there's something on the cover. ALLICE. All ice. Alice. Does this mean... What the hell is this?
They are hieroglyphs, a form of writing used in ancient Egypt.
Ancient Egypt?
That's right.
Can you read them?
Of course. I can't. What would make you think I could?
What the hell? Whoa, the whole thing's like that. Huh? What's this? Oh, a key card.
Uranus. That's the Uranus symbol.
Something's written on the bottom. Bottom deck library. This must be the key to the library, then.
So it would seem.
Bottom deck, library. Oh! 7 said something like...
Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge beneath the navel of the Gigantic.
Could beneath the navel mean the bottom deck, and the Forest of Knowledge is the library? Then could Alice be in a room somewhere beyond the library?
What's wrong? Something on your mind?
Yeah. I just remembered something.
Is that so? What about?
Well, don't laugh, okay?
The Egyptian priestess and Ice 9. Interesting.
And the woman who wouldn't melt, who was recovered from the Titanic disaster? They called her All Ice, which eventually turned into Alice. And she was purchased by an English millionaire who called himself Lord Gordain. According to 7, this ship is where he hid Alice.
And you think that he hid her in a small room, beyond the library on the bottom deck?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is just a theory.
Junpei, have you ever heard of the term CAS?
Cass?
It stands for Cells Alive System. It is an advanced technology for freezing and preserving organic matter.
When I see Cass, I think of Create a Soul, which is the character creation in Soul Calibur. This is what everyone abbreviates it as.
Put simply, it is a technique that allows one to freeze things without the formation of ice crystals. Normally, if you freeze something fresh, water within its cells expands as it crystallizes, damaging the cell membrane. CAS, however, works differently. The object to be frozen is supercooled using magnetic fields, and then frozen instantly and uniformly, giving ice crystals no time to form. It was originally developed for the preservation of food, as an alternative to the normal freezing process. Now, however, there are rumors that it can be used for other things.
What do you mean, other things?
Well, there are obvious medical uses, but perhaps also space travel.
Space travel? Are you serious?
Are we leading up to the Star Ocean universe here?
Surely you've heard of suspended animation, cryogenic freezing? It's a fairly common idea in science fiction books and films.
Hey, thanks for summoning Kirby.
People are sometimes frozen for especially lengthy journeys through space.
Whoa, wait a minute there. Are you saying that Alice was frozen using that CAS thing?
Well, I'm sure the possibility is quite low, but it is a possibility. If this special ice you call Ice 9 does indeed exist, and CAS were used to freeze her into that sort of ice instantaneously.
You think she could be alive?
You think Alice could be Zero?
Well, I can't say for sure, of course. I'm only talking about possibilities. The melting point for Ice 9 is 96 degrees, right? If she were put somewhere where she could reach that temperature...
That's nuts. Are you really saying she could have defrosted and started walking about?
You're quite right. It does sound unbelievable. But if she had, then we would have an explanation for the man we found dead on the floor.
You mean the guy dressed like a captain?
Yes. He was dead when we found him. Clearly, he was murdered. But if he was murdered, then by whom? It couldn't have been one of us. That would be impossible. In order to enter the captain's quarters, one must first open door 1. That door that requires the Earth key prevented us from accessing door 1. Who was it that opened that door?
Santa and Lotus.
Right. Clearly, the two of them could not have opened door 1, or any other door for that matter. Who else, then, could have done so?
Nobody.
After Santa and Lotus used the Earth key, they turned back and met up with me and June. Then we returned to the large hospital room and found Ace, 7, and Clover. While we'd gone into the shower room, Ace, 7, and Clover had stayed behind. But it's impossible for those 3 to open door 1. But what about when June and I took the elevator to door 2? No, still won't work. We were only gone 5 minutes. No human being could have run to the captain's quarters and killed that guy in there and run back that fast.
It would be impossible for any of us to be the murderer.
I mean, in the last episode, we found that Ace is pretty speedy at killing people.
That being the case, who could have killed him? Wouldn't it make sense if his killer was someone who had been in the ship for some time?
You're not suggesting...
A person like that would know the ship well.
You're not suggesting that Alice is walking around the ship killing people, are you?
They would know the locations of all the hidden passages and secret doors. The numbered door would mean nothing to someone like that. It would be a simple thing for them to enter the captain's quarters.
Then you're saying the killer was Alice?
Well, this is all only one possible theory.
I feel like I've just tumbled into Wonderland.
All ice. Alice. Is she really somewhere on the ship? Maybe this card will give me access to the Forest of Knowledge. And the big mystery. What could be there beyond the Forest of Knowledge? Anyway, whatever. It's gonna have to wait. I can't do anything right now.
Head down the rabbit hole.
I'll come back to this later.
Okay, let me get back to puzzle solving. $30, $5, 14, 27, 24. Yeah. I'm the master of unlocking. Now Clover won't murder me with an axe. So if we hadn't done all those other things, giving her the bookmark,
right, let's go.
Talking about Ice 9, and all that stuff, then this would just go straight to the axe ending, because you wouldn't have gotten those conversations. So now we should be on the true ending path. But again, we're gonna reach another roadblock later, where if you haven't cleared the safe ending, then you get stuck again. So luckily, we've already done that.
That's the next door.
Wait, a piece of paper. This is... Map of the ship's interior for A-Deck.
What's wrong?
I found a map for this floor.
I see.
Well, that was anticlimactic. I should keep this, though. Hey, where's Clover? Damn it, what the hell is she up to? Clover!
Huh?
What the hell are you doing?
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing? What the hell is that?
Because she took the zero bracelet, but then why does she have things in two of her pockets then here?
What?
You've got something in your pocket. What is it?
Check her pockets. Ace, you're good at checking people's pockets.
Oh, this? This is... a note.
A note?
Yeah, I found it in the pocket of the guy with the captain's clothes.
Oh, this is the note that she had in her hand in the safe ending.
It said something about the darkness of the sinister hand or something.
There's no way a note would be, like, that noticeable in her pockets. I mean, I know she has a zero bracelet, but...
What the hell? Let me see it.
No, not right.
Hey, Junpei, Clover! What are you two doing? Hurry up!
He's getting mad. I'll show it to you later, all right? Come on, we gotta hurry.
From the look of that pocket, it doesn't particularly look like just a note. Jeez, what are you thinking?
Yeah, at least it seems that she does not have the stick coming out of her back.
For crying out loud. The big stairs. So this is where it ends up. Just like it says on the map. Ace, did he head down? Oh, there he is.
Look, the 4 others are there too.
Really?
Let's join them. Jumpy, Clover!
What's up?
We found it!
Found what?
We found it!
What did you find?
The last door! We found door 9!
What?
Come on! Just follow us! We'll explain on the way!
Okay.
Well, if that's the case,
Wait for me.
We should get going as well.
Jumpy!
See, Clover didn't stop us this time and direct us elsewhere to split us up.
We finally made it!
Yeah, it's the end of the game. We're all safe and happy, right?
Yeah, it's finally time. We've reached the end.
Something's bothering me. Only 3 to 5 people can go through the numbered door. 7 of us are on our way to door 9. That means that, best case scenario, there will be 2 of us who have to stay behind. 2 people. Is there a way?
4:30. We've only got 90 minutes left. I've got no time to wonder about it now.
Hey, Junpei! June! What the hell are you two doing? Hurry it up!
Let's go, Jumpy!
Yeah.
I know I told you I'd explain it earlier, but honestly, there ain't much to explain. After we split up from you guys, the 4 of us got into the elevator on the left, and that took us to the other side of the grate.
Shouldn't you guys tell us that there's 2 9 doors before someone, like, kills someone else?
After that, we headed down another hallway. It took us toward the bow, and eventually to the number 6 that you two found earlier. We opened it and kept going. There was another locked door behind it, like usual, but this time we had to complete 2 different areas before we could unlock it. Once we were through that door, there was another hallway that went the other direction, toward the stern.
So, on your way, you found the elevator.
That's right.
So, in other words, you kinda did a lap, huh? You came from that side to this side.
Yeah,
So, where's the number 9 door?
over here. Follow me.
By the way, you know, it's because of Santa that we're all here right now.
Huh?
That all 7 of us are going to door 9.
What?
You don't get it? Santa, 7, and Lotus. What's their digital route?
9. It's 9.
That's right. They could have just left me behind and kept going if they'd wanted to.
But they didn't.
Yes, because Santa wouldn't let them. He said, we can't leave June and the others behind.
Yeah, good job, Santa.
That's why we went looking for you guys.
And then you got on the elevator and went back to the central staircase.
That's right.
Well, I wouldn't have called that one. That Santa would be the one to stick up for you.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't mean that 7 and Lotus said they wanted to leave me behind. We were just talking about it, and Santa objected to it first.
Yeah, you would think that Lotus would be like, okay, peace out, guys, bye.
Is that so?
We're here.
So, is this...
Yeah.
There's no other place for us to go.
Nope. Just look around. There's a big old iron wall at the end of the hallway. The other hallways on the left and right are blocked by metal grates.
I see.
All right, let's get moving.
Oh, no way. The 9 door. We're finally here. No doubt about it. This is door 9. Oh, finally! This is the last... Junpei, look behind you. Behind? What? Why? A door and a 9. There's another one? Hey, what the hell? What the hell is going on here? There's a red there too. That means... And of course it won't open. But why? Why the hell are there 2 doors?
Do you think perhaps one is the right door and the other is the wrong one?
I don't know about that. It seems unlikely.
What makes you say so?
Well, think about all the rooms we've been through so far. They're full of puzzles, but there are always hints about how to solve them. I'm pretty sure there aren't any rooms where we just had to go with our best guess and leave it to instinct to solve the puzzle.
Well, actually, Lotus, how the hell is anyone supposed to go through the laboratory without Lotus? Because she needed to, like, brute force hack the computer.
Do you really think that at the very end of the game, Zero's going to suddenly throw in something that depends entirely on luck?
Also, Lotus was the one who brought up hexadecimal the first time that we needed it in the kitchen. No one else brought it up other than the fact that the plates were labeled with different numbers, so I think that would be pretty essential.
Then you're saying there's some sort of hint in this room?
No, I don't think there's a hint anywhere in here. I searched it very well when I was in here before.
Did you search the coffin that is knocking?
I didn't find anything that might have been a hint, though.
Did you notice that there was someone inside the coffin trying to get out?
Well then, that means...
Yeah, both of these are the right door. I mean, if you think about it, Zero never actually said there was only one door with a 9 on it.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9. So if there are 2 number 9 doors, if we split it up right...
That's not gonna work. You've got a notebook and a pen, right? Can I borrow them?
Here comes the quick math again.
Look at this. You get it? The numbers on the top are all the combinations with digital roots of 9. The numbers on the bottom are the people who don't fit.
Well, Clover, you stole that number 0 bracelet with a reason, didn't you think so? I mean, I guess 0 wouldn't really help you, because if you think it's 0, it won't help you, because adding 0 to anything shouldn't change the root. Yeah, she even wrote out the word remaining like 10 times. Way to go.
There's only 8 possibilities if we split up into 2 groups of 3 or 4 people. So...
If 3 people go through the door, then 4 are left behind. If 4 go through, then 3 are left behind. Right?
Yeah. No way.
I'm surprised no one thought to go and grab Snake's bracelet from his dead body. No one really thought about that for the 9th man, but that's because, well, we know.
Come to think of it. What is this room? It looks like it's set up for some kind of ceremony, but what kind? Is that an altar? A coffin? No, it couldn't possibly be.
Okay, I give up. I give up. I figured if we sat around here long enough, someone would volunteer. But I guess nobody's got the guts to do it.
Ace, volunteer to stay behind again.
What are you talking about?
What, you guys didn't figure it out yet? Fine, let me enlighten you. Clover was mostly right with her little explanation earlier, but she missed something. She wasn't really wrong, she just... screw it! Let me just write it out. If you're trying to leave with a group of 3 and a group of 4 and get everybody out, Clover's right. But there's another way. Only one combination, though. If you split us up into groups of 3, 3, and 1, you can make this combination.
Aw, 7, you're a good guy.
Wait, this means...
Don't get me wrong here. I'm not trying to copy Ace or anything like that.
Yeah, don't try to copy Ace. Don't try to copy Ace. Yeah, they have the same handwriting, too. That's pretty suspicious.
Even if he hadn't been the hero back in the big hospital room, I'd still be saying the same thing.
The same thing? Are you saying?
Yeah, I'll stay behind.
Even Lotus looks sad, and she hates him.
Why are you acting so heroic all of a sudden? Are you some kind of idiot? No, I am completely against this. I'll be goddamned if I'm gonna have to owe you for getting out of here.
Oh, Lotus.
I'm against it too. I didn't want to leave Ace behind, and I don't want to leave you either.
Quickly inject him with the Soparil.
I don't like that idea. There's gotta be other options.
You heading off to raids, Lork? Thank you so much for stopping by. Have fun. Good luck.
I disagree as well. I can't say I care much for you being the hero.
Well, there you go, 7. Proposal denied. Clover's right. There's gotta be a better way than this.
Doesn't make any sense.
Whoa, hold on a minute. I haven't said anything yet.
Are you... agreeing? You want to leave him here?
Nah, I'm against it. I don't want to leave 7 here alone.
Then I don't see how it matters.
I said alone.
Huh?
I said I don't want to leave 7 alone.
Yes, we heard you, Santa.
What the hell are you...
What? You don't get it? I can't leave just one person. I need 2 more. 3 people, including 7. I'll be leaving behind 3 people. That's my proposal. No, those are my orders.
Santa?
What do you mean, orders? What the hell makes you think you can order us around? Who the hell's gonna listen to you?
You all will. In 3 seconds, you won't have a choice.
Why even give us the 3 seconds then?
What?
3, 2, 1. See? I told you.
Well, this is great.
Huh? What? Why? What the hell is that?
The gun's from the other room.
What room?
One of the rooms behind door 6.
I took it so that Ace couldn't get it.
I should have known he was gonna do this. I should have taken the gun.
Well, it's too late now, fat ass.
Damn it.
Now, time for you to start following my orders.
Hey Armon, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Ace, Lotus, congratulations! I've chosen you to come with me. Put your hands in the red. Hey, you deaf? I gave you an order. Right, fine. I didn't want to waste any bullets, but you guys just don't get it.
He really shot it? But why? Santa, why are you... Santa, I thought you were one of us. I thought we were friends.
What?
You knew about the leaf words and the 4-leaf clover.
What the hell is that shit? I've got no idea.
You're lying.
Shut up! Just shut up, you stupid bitch!
Santa!
You want me to put a bullet in your fucking head?
Santa.
Alright, assholes. What are you still standing there for? Get over here and scan those bracelets. I don't have all day. Oh, what's the matter? Your hearing's starting to go? Going senile, maybe?
That's it. It's the only way. Please, go.
Huh?
No way.
Jumpy, what are you saying? If you stay here, you're going to be stuck, Jumpy. And so will Clover and 7.
I know. But you don't need to worry about us. We'll figure something out. Right, 7?
Right. You just leave it to us. It's gonna piss me off to do what Santa says, but...
Don't worry about me either. There's still something I have to take care of.
No, you can't! Ace, Lotus, don't come over! Don't worry about me, please!
Please. Go.
all right.
Fine.
Alright, now let's get those hands on the scanner panel. What's the holdup? What? You think I'm fucking around here? I don't give a shit about this girl. The red doesn't need a person, you know? All I need is the bracelet. You get it? Good. Now put your fucking hands on the scanner. I'm not gonna say it again.
Fine.
Good job. Now, Lotus, pull that lever. As soon as the door opens, you get your ass in there. Try anything stupid, and you know what happens, right?
Damn it.
Good. Go. Later.
Well, this is wonderful.
June.
So, what do you want to do, Junpei?
What do you mean, what do I want to do? What can we do?
Oh, now you start knocking.
What the hell is that?
Maybe you should have done that, a few minutes ago. I mean, I'm guessing he was, like, knocked out or something, but what timing?
Shh, quiet!
Where is it coming from? Could it be?
Hey, I think it's coming from this coffin.
You're right!
Let's open it.
But how?
What are those muscles for? For show?
You're telling me to force it open?
Just shut up and try! Damn it!
Man, it won't even budge. Not another one.
Yeah, looks like it.
Do you think we have to put in the right password or it won't open?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm also going to save here because there's something I want to talk about. Okay, so notice here, there are 6 endings, right? And we're missing 2 of them. Now, the true ending of this game is actually technically 2 endings. Basically, what happens is if you make it this far, so you've chosen doors 4, 7, and 1, you've done all the right things, you've given the bookmark to Clover, you've talked about Ice 9. However, if you have not opened up the safe ending, you get stuck here, because the safe ending gave us the passcode needed to open the coffin. So if you make it to this part of the game, and you have not done the safe ending, what happens is you get a different ending. You get what we call the coffin ending. The coffin ending isn't even really an ending. It's basically Junpei going, I can't open up this passcode, what do I do? And then the screen fades to black and it says, to be continued. And then they show you like a quick montage, kind of like the one we saw at the end of the safe ending. And during the montage, there's like flashes of the doors you need to pick in order to get the safe ending to hint which one you need to go through next. And then on this screen, after you save, it'll have the coffin. So it's not even really an ending, because it literally just ends. Right here at this point in the game, it just ends. However, of course, if we have the passcode, which you do now, you open up the coffin and you continue. Once we clear the true ending of the game, both the coffin ending and the true ending get unlocked on this screen. So beating the true ending gives you both of these if you have not done the coffin ending at the time. So that's why I skipped doing the coffin ending. Plus, if you do the safe ending, it means you can never get the coffin ending normally, because you would always get to this point in the game, Junpei will always have the number to open the coffin. So unless you clear all your data, you won't be able to get the coffin ending that way. That's why clearing the true ending gives you the coffin ending as well. I just thought I'd explain that. That's kind of important.
Whoever or whatever's inside this thing wants out. And now.
I know that. But how?
Without a passcode, I don't think there's much we can do.
Isn't there a hint somewhere?
Well, let's look for one.
Ugh, there's nothing here.
Not making this easy, are they?
What's the passcode? What am I supposed to do? How can we figure it out? I need something.
Clover, if you'd only share that note in your pocket. Truth had gone, and truth had gone. Now truth is asleep in the darkness of the sinister hand.
Wait, what? What the hell was that? That voice?
Huh? What?
What's up?
Huh? Oh, nothing.
He pressed the buttons.
1438342
Huh?
Huh?
Hey, what the hell were those numbers?
Oh my gosh, are those...
1438342 1438342 No way!
What?
Why are you...
Oh? Is that you, Clover? I apologize for worrying you.
Snake!
You? Why?
Junpei? And Seven? Is that you? Is everyone else there as well?
Oh. Jeez.
You're back!
Gently now. My body's still a little weak.
Oh, you're back!
Not weak enough to take a bunch of bullets and still survive and pull someone to hell, hey?
You're back! You're really here! You're back!
Come now, what's gotten into you? You're acting as though I've returned from the grave.
Not as though! You did! I really thought you were dead!
Huh?
You jerk! Idiot!
Also, come to think of it, when he comes out of the coffin, he still has the number 2 bracelet, right? Which means that the dead body in the shower room never had the number 2 bracelet to begin with. No one seemed to pick up on that.
I see. I believe I understand things rather well now, thank you. In the shower room, there is a dead body wearing my clothes. Because of that, you thought that I was dead, correct?
Yeah.
You also discovered a corpse in the captain's quarters, and Santa turned on you here, in this room. Do I have it straight?
Well, the dead body in the captain's quarters is a surprise.
Oh yeah, we haven't mentioned that to you, Seven.
Sorry, there wasn't a good time to tell you.
Don't worry about it.
Well then, I've got a pretty decent idea of what happened while I was indisposed, but it's still something of a mystery who did all this, and why. The corpse in the shower room that looked like me, and the corpse in the captain's quarters. Why were they killed in the way they were?
You don't know?
No. Why would I?
The guy in the shower room. We don't know who he is, so let's just call him Mr. X. Anyway, this Mr. X is wearing Snake's clothes. But you're wearing some kind of weird robes. That means someone took your clothes and put them on Mr. X. We need to figure out who that was.
I apologize, but I have no idea who might have done this to me. I only just now woke up. I was unconscious during all the events you just described to me.
How convenient.
They must have undressed me and changed my clothes during that time.
When were you knocked out?
When we split up to look for the red.
Where did they get you? Do you remember?
It was a small room in one of the hallways on C deck.
What happened?
The same thing that happened to every one of us when we were abducted. A canister releasing some sort of gas was thrown into the room. I believe the gas is some sort of incapacitating agent.
Then that means it was...
0.
Looks that way, huh?
There's nothing else I have to tell you. When I woke up, I was in this coffin.
Why? Why did Zero make Mr. X wear Snake's clothes? How would that benefit Zero? I don't get it. What the hell does any of it mean? And I have no idea how I got the passcode for the coffin either. Truth had gone, and truth had gone. Where did those words come from? Why did I feel compelled to push the buttons on the bracelet after hearing them? All I know is my fingers moved on their own. It was like I did it subconsciously. I don't get it. What the hell does any of it mean? Also, Snake and Clover had been subjects in a similar experiment 9 years ago.
Yeah, maybe now would be a good time to finish the story, hey Clover?
The ability to access a
all the time in the world.
field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger. And someone did actually
conducted on this same ship 9 years ago, and a girl had died during it. Morphogenetic field theory. The 2 murders. Switching clothes. The Nonary game. Zero. He's the ringleader. The person who trapped 9 of us on this sinking ship. Zero should know everything. If we can uncover Zero's identity, all of our questions will be answered.
At any rate, we'll have plenty of time to decipher the details later. For now, it is of utmost importance that we escape. Junpei, it was 4:30 the last time you checked the clock, yes? That means we have less than an hour. We must hurry.
Hey, how are we gonna get out of here?
Isn't that obvious? Through the other number 9 door.
Oh yeah, you're right. With Snake, we can open the door.
Don't tell me you hadn't figured that out.
Come on, you gotta tell me these things.
I, assumed you'd figured it out.
Forget it. Let's just get going. All right. You guys ready to go?
Yes.
Yep.
Not yet.
Huh?
Before we go in, I'd like to check something.
You want to check something?
Yeah, but before I do, 7, could you pull the lever? I want to make sure we can verify with just the 4 of us.
What do you mean? We don't need...
Just do it, all right? But if the door opens, don't go in yet, okay? Please, this is really important. I really need to check this, okay? Work with me here.
Fine.
All right. That means the 4 of us can go into door 9.
So, we knew that already. It's obvious.
Obvious. Yeah, you're right. It is. Now, what happens if we add Zero's bracelet?
What?
Zero's bracelet?
Why don't you take it out, Clover?
So you did know I had it. I picked it up because I thought it might be useful sometime.
This was on the left hand of the corpse in the captain's quarters. If you look at it, you can see it's got a 0 on the face. Just to make this a little easier to talk about, I'm gonna call the guy we found dead in the captain's quarters, Cap.
Cap!
Then I should be able to open door 9 with just me, Clover, and his bracelet. Though the big question is, if Cap is the mastermind of this game, would he really put one of these bracelets on? Anyway, let's just give it a shot. Clover, give me your hand.
Okay.
Now the captain's bracelet. And pull the lever. I knew it. Now, what does this tell us?
Maybe the bracelet has to be on your wrist in order for it to work?
No, that's impossible. Did you see how the panel showed a 3rd asterisk when I scanned Cap's bracelet? Whether or not it's on your wrist doesn't matter. All you have to do is put the bracelet near the panel for it to register.
Huh. Looks like you're right.
See? So what does that mean? There's only one possibility.
That bracelet isn't the number 0. Is that what you're saying?
That's right.
Then what number is it?
Let's find out.
Scan the bracelets with this combination. Oh. I can't remember what it was. Wasn't it 7, Junpei, and Cap?
Let's try 7, me, and Cap. If this combination opens the door, then Cap's bracelet is number 6.
Hey, it opened! The door opened!
What? Why? What does that mean?
Isn't it obvious? Cap's bracelet is number 6.
But doesn't it say 0?
This isn't a 0. The symbol on here isn't a number 0. It's a letter O.
Whoa! Here comes the hexadecimal.
Oh.
Whoa, wait a minute. I don't get it. I mean, we figured out that Cap's bracelet is 6, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean there are 2 people with 6s?
There is most likely only one person with a 6.
But I don't get it. What about June?
Well, this is only an educated guess, but I think June's number was never 6 to begin with. Her bracelet was flipped. In other words, June's real number is
9.
Whoa!
That seems the most likely.
Then all this numbered door stuff was just a load of crap?
Why would you say that?
Because if June is 9, then the numbers wouldn't match up. Here, look.
List of all the numbered doors June's gone through.
I'll let you know what I'm writing, okay, Snake? And that's everything. I wrote down which door she went into and with whom. And I wrote what all the numbers were. So if you switch 9 in wherever there's a 6, the numbers don't work. If the digital root is 7, then you can't open door 4. If the digital root is 2, then you can't open door 8.
Clover, do you notice anything interesting on that list?
What do you mean?
You're talking about 3, right?
3?
Santa's always in the room with her. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
What about it?
That's quite simple, really. You told me that the first time you came to this room, Santa was the first to refuse to leave June behind. Now, doesn't that beg the question why? Why would Santa do such a thing? The answer is easy. Because Santa can't open door 9 with only 7 in Lotus. Of course, there's only one reason for that. His number isn't actually 3.
See, this kind of blew my mind when I heard it the first time. The reason why this blew my mind was because, like, at the time when I started the game, like, Santa's my favorite character because I thought he looked cool. So when I first went through the doors, I picked door 4 because I wanted to go through with Santa. And then I was disappointed because you spent all the time flirting with June. And I was like, this is annoying. June, why are you being so annoying? Why can't I just spend time with Santa? And then when you come to the second set of doors, no matter what you pick, you never go into the room with June. But you also never go with Santa. And I was like, no, none of these options lets me go with Santa. And then Junpei was like, no, none of these options lets me go with June. And I'm like, I don't care about June. I want to go with Santa. Why can't I go with Santa without June? And then, so it should have clicked in my mind. And it's not until they mentioned it here, I was like, oh.
Santa's real number, 7? Would you be so kind as to modify my sister's equations?
Yeah, sure. This is what you were getting at, right, Snake?
Thank you. That is exactly right, 7.
Convenient, you all have the same handwriting.
Santa's true number wasn't 3. It was 0.
No way. Santa is 0?
And June was 9, not 6. Conversely, Santa was 0, not 3. Plus 3 and minus 3, they cancel one another out. Nothing appears out of order.
Santa was still playing by the rules of the Nonary game this whole time.
Precisely.
See, again, this is another example of how amazing this game does such a good job of balancing the way the numbers work, the way digital roots work, the way that it ties not only into the gameplay, but also into the plot. And it gives you hints about things, like, for example, the fact that the number 9, when you add anything to 9, it doesn't change the digital root, and that let Ace abuse that in the safe ending. Like, all these things, it's like they were clues right in your face the whole time, but no one's gonna sit there and crunch the numbers and figure it out and look for clues there, right? That's not how we play games like this. So it's like staring us in the face the whole time, but we're sitting here ignorant about it. It's like, it's such a good twist, but like the fact that it like carries through the entire game, like in every single aspect. Even the whole part about having hexadecimal to make the number 0 the number 6, or the O the number 6. Like, it's just very nicely written.
So you're saying Santa planned this whole thing?
I'm not sure if he acted alone or not, but I think it is safe to conclude that he is 0, if my hypothesis is correct.
But We're still well on our way to the true ending. There's still a lot of twists and turns left, so don't let your guard down yet.
Snake's hypothesis. Something doesn't seem right. June's bracelet being flipped. Even if that were possible, that would mean there are 2 number 9 bracelets. And if that's the case...
All right, that's enough talking. Let's go. It's high time we went through that door.
It's right there. Oh. All right, let's keep going.
I think these stairs go to the bottom deck.
Looks dry.
Let's head down.
Hey, it's a...
This is the Neptune symbol. There must be a key around here somewhere.
Neptune key.
I'm assuming he, like, felt it, because he can't see it.
I only have the Uranus key card.
It's a different planet. Plus, it's the wrong kind of key.
Let's turn around and go back for now.
Yeah. Hey, another door. And a card reader this time.
It's the Uranus symbol.
This is the place.
I also like how Junpei is like the keeper of all the keys. Everyone just trusts him to hold all these keys.
Wow! It's totally full of books!
There's so many. I don't know where to look.
All right, if we want to get through that door out there, we need the Neptune key. I say we split up and look for it.
Okay.
Very well.
Sure thing.
Good. Let's get started then. We don't have a lot of time. Hurry.
Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the forest of knowledge. As he began his... It's so weird when they switch to this narrated thing, because they don't... There's not very many of these segments in the game. As he begins his search for reasons he didn't fully understand, Junpei felt those particular words float through his mind. Like in the original game, I think there was more narration, because here you can switch between ADV mode or like novel mode. It doesn't really change the story, but some of the phrases are kind of changed up a little bit. I definitely remember the description of the ninth man's body to be much more descriptive, and I think that's because we didn't go through the game in novel mode. It was automatically set to ADV when I started too, by default. There's a note on the table. Lights to the books. Huh? What does that mean? Interesting. Well, intelligence often hides itself in darkness. Have you ever thought about the pages of a book? Each page only sees, what, maybe 2 or 3 minutes of light before the reader's on to the next. They spend the rest of their lives locked in darkness. Rather like myself. That's horrible. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining, not at all. I live in the darkness, yes. That has gifted me with the ability to catch the truths others might miss. I can hear the voices hidden in the darkness, you might say. There's a note on top of the table. It says lights to the books. It's a coat rack, like a place where you hang coats and hats and stuff. Well, this one's not too big, so maybe just hats. This one says, transition of extinct species. We need to hurry up or we're going to end up in the pages of a book like that. Oh my god, are they going to describe every single shelf? The theory of evolution, heck, even I know this one. That's the Darwin guy, right? Well, yes and no. Charles Darwin wrote a book called On the Origin of the Species. In it, he put forth his theory of evolution. Yeah, I remember that part. He called it natural selection. Exactly. Paleontology. This one's about fossils, right? Ammonites are pretty nasty looking. Mother Nature. Is that some sort of book about hippie chicks? Probably not. Except perhaps tangentially, it's most likely about environmental protection. I was just trying to make a joke. Dude, hippie chicks? Really? Also funny how you examine an entire shelf and they just pick out one book from the whole shelf to talk about. Theories of the Cambrian explosion. Did a bomb go off near somewhere called Cambria? Wrong kind of explosion. roughly 500 million years ago, during what is known as the Cambrian period. Research suggests that the variety of living organisms increased by an order of magnitude. Why that happened is, however, still something of a mystery. There are a number of theories. Oh gosh, Snake, we don't have time for you to lecture us. This book is mostly a collection of them. Introduction to geology, huh? Thinking about the Earth even when you're on the ocean. Kinda romantic in a way, I guess. Creatures of the South Seas, huh? I wonder if this one's got pictures of colorful fish and stuff. Micrography, huh? Ah yes, Robert Hooke's famous work, first published in 1665. He built a microscope and examined insects, inorganic substances, and other things too small to be seen in detail by human eyes. He then drew pictures of many of the things he'd examined and published them in a book. I'd hazard a guess this shelf is considered natural sciences. Why did mankind lose their tails? Junpei, do you know what this one's about? Why are you asking me? I didn't even know we had tails to lose. Maybe you should ask a human with a tail. We should go find some Saiyans from Dragon Ball. Man's ancestors most likely lost their tails as they were no longer useful, and the nutrients required to grow them were better put to use elsewhere. At least that's what I read. I was rather young, I may have remembered it incorrectly. Huh? Why the hell would a kid be reading a book like that? Yeah, it's like, goodbye escape game, we're playing school now. This book is called a mind swap. You mean you could like change bodies with someone? Well, I guess I wouldn't mind switching bodies with my brother or Junpei too much, but I'd rather die than let Seven switch with me. What the hell? Like, I'd even want to swap bodies with a little brat, like... Hey, what were you just imagining it? You were. Just shut up. Yeah, well, he wasn't the only one. Oh, great, we're full of pervs here. Teletemporation and telepathy. What the hell is this one about? Well, I know what telepathy is, but I've never heard of teletemporation. It refers to having the ability to travel through time. Hey, look, I'm a time traveler right now. Look, I'm traveling through time. 1 second at a time. Kitab al-Azif. Man, they got some weird stuff here. I can't even pronounce this one. Who's that? Some famous guy? It's not a person's name. It's the name of a fictional book created by Abdul al-Hazred. It's said to be one of the sources used in the creation of the legendary Book of the Dead, the Necronomicon. Oh. So these are all occult books and stuff. This one says the Golden Rabbit and the Moon on it. Does that mean it's about a rabbit that lives on the moon? Rabbits are pretty cute, but what's the moon stuff about? It's talking about the Judas tree that is said to grow on the moon, according to Chinese legend. Energy theory, huh? I don't even understand the damn title. Looks like this shelf's all science and technology. Okay, good. For some reason, some shelves are only, like, one book. Oh, here we go. This is what we probably want. Are property values going out in space, too, these days? Man, I guess times are rough for aliens, too. This one says cosmic inflation. Aha, funny. Quantum gravity. Seven, do you have any idea what this is? How about you start by using real words? Then maybe we'll get somewhere. What's this? An overview of conformal field theory. Ah, well, it's a theory that posits an invariant quantum field where conformal transformation can take place. Knock it off with the science voodoo stuff. You're trying to put me to sleep. Supersymmetric string theory and 10-dimensional space-time. They're just talking about superstring theory. It's a theory of reality where, how to explain? It says that all elements of the universe are governed by the vibrations and harmonics of tiny supersymmetric strings. Theory of general relativity, huh? Oh, I know this one. That's Einstein, right? What's the deal with these titles? They're all just gibberish. Hey, what if we, like, switch them around? Switch them around? Yeah. If we move around, maybe they'll spell something. Oh, I get it. Yeah, heck, it's worth a shot. Am I supposed to know what this is now? Oh, open. Open here, find bulb. How about this? Looks like putting those books in the right order opened this thing right up. Huh, that was a piece of cake. Hooray! You did it, Junpei. I guess that turned out well enough. So the letters from the title spell out, open here, find bulb. pretty self-explanatory. The light bulb looks like it's brand new, and it's really big, so it's make a lot of light. Oh my god, there's more books! Energy theory. Okay, so that's the same shelf. Development of nanotechnology materials. Interactions between shortwave energy and matter. What else we've got? Just listening to you read those titles is giving me a headache. Can't say fancy technology stuff and I get along real well. Keep on talking about that stuff, you're gonna put me to sleep. Oh yeah, that's the same one. The black hole hypothesis. Gamma ray astrophysics. Guess this bookshelf has an astronomy theme. Kids book here. Looks like a children's story about Native Americans. Don't you think a random book like that is kind of suspicious? Maybe you ought to hold on to it. This one has some Native Americans on the cover. Hey Junpei, take a look at this one. Native Americans, huh? Maybe it's got some... Whoa. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon. Well, that does not say like. I thought there was an E in there for some reason. Lilk. Or kill. What's that? This one's one of them pop-up books. LRK. That doesn't mean anything, does it? Well, you can make them KRL. Like curl or Carl. There is no R there. What are you talking about? Well, I guess if you're reading it this way, it could be a lowercase. R. Curl. But then there'd be two R's. What are you guys going on about? Hey, Psycho Reaper. Hey, Kua Ghost. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for popping by. What's Hellenism? I think it's something like a fusion of Greek and Oriental culture. Hey, look at this. This book's called Greek Mythology. Damn, that thing's huge. Can't imagine anyone's actually read the whole thing. Pretty sure it just put me to sleep. This one's called History of the Western World. Well, I'd assume it's about European history. Yeah. Just gonna leave it at that, Snake? Doesn't seem like you. History of the medieval period. Maybe it's about Sir Lancelot. Isn't he just a story? I don't think you're gonna find a guy who doesn't really exist in a history book. Oriental history. Maybe this one's about China's 4,000 years of history or something. Hey, Chinese history and Oriental history aren't the same thing. Yeah, you tell her, Junpei. You're literally just resting on a chair listening to me? Thank you, sit back and relax. We're in for a wild ride once I get through these escape rooms. A history of Buddhism. Look, this one says Cultural Heritage of Rome. But that's gonna be serious inheritance tax. Permian creatures. Seems a little fancy for some kind of prehistoric critter. Not to mention, without hair, I can't imagine they had much need of perms. That's got nothing to do with this. These books all just seem to be about history. That was this set, right? Yeah. If I turn this way, I've already read that set. There's a big door. This big opening is the door to the library. It's pretty impressive. Almost looks like the door to a shrine or a church or something. There's another door after it, and then a passageway beyond that. At the end of that passageway is the door with that Neptune symbol engraved on it. Hurry up, we need to find the key with the mark of Neptune. Okay, this sounds like a job for the best brother and sister team in the world. Maybe it's like Seven and I don't even exist. So that's the door we came through. I like how Snake's like, we don't have time, he's the one lecturing us about all these books. Oh look, Seven, here's a book that's perfect for you. It's called Correlation of Muscle, Bone Density, and Bone Strength. You're just saying that because it says muscle. Principles of Monkey Behavior, huh? I'd imagine that's a book describing praxeology. It's not praxeology. Praxeology. That probably sounds right. Studies on monkeys. Monkeys are very similar to humans evolutionary, so I imagine the research was fruitful. This book is just called Dissection. This bookshelf must be all medical books. From what I can tell, it sounds as though these books have been organized by genre. This library must be massive. I'm rather impressed by how well organized it is. Hey Yule, welcome back. Thank you so much for the sleeveless redeem. Functions of the Human Brain, huh? I guess it's a book about the nervous system. I'd love to ask you to read it to me, but I don't think we have all the time. I'm kinda curious about it too. There's gotta be a reason why people connect with each other, you know? This one, it looks like that picture book from earlier, the one with the pop-ups. You think they're part of a series or something? They do have the same kind of binding. There's a baseball in this one. Come on, Junpei, let's see what's inside it. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it's probably baseball stuff. Whoa. Head. This is a pop-up book. It's got the letters H-E-A-D popping out of it. There aren't any other books that look suspicious. Human equilibrium theory. Human anatomy. Regeneration of internal organs. Oh, thanks for the stretch redeem. Yeah, show off muscles, eh? Gotta stick to the book about the theory of muscle correlation and strength, right? Dissection atlas, huh? This whole shelf is full of medical books. Look, this one's called Recreation of Lost Human Functions. You think they're talking about if you, like, lose part of your body, you could grow it back? I don't think so. Maybe they're talking about reconstructing abilities that humankind once possessed. In other words, they may be talking about cultivating a sixth sense. Oh, thanks for summoning Kirby, Celeste. Ancient Gladiators, what's this book doing here? Maybe they were researching human physical limits across history. Okay, now we're back here. Wait, no, these are different. Automated robotic assembly line techniques, huh? What's that? Some sort of comic book? Jeez, I guess boys really like that kind of stuff, huh? No, you're thinking of a different sort of robot. This book is talking about automated machinery that's used to build things like cars. What's that one called? It says Foundations of DNA and Genetic Engineering. Communication and Computer Science, huh? That's a pretty generic title. To be honest, it's so vague I don't really know what it might be about. An overview of photochemistry. I think whoever set this up wanted us to see the cover, not the spine. Let's take a look at it, okay? Huh? Looks like there's a whole lot of space between these books. Look, Junpei, I think there's something hidden behind the books. Doing an escape room in a library like this must be a nightmare, because you don't know how many, like, which books you're supposed to be looking at. This is a brand new light bulb. Looks like a pretty high wattage one, too. Well, there was a light bulb here. There isn't anything here. This book is called Principles of Monkey Behavior. Okay, wait, this is the same shelf. Okay. I thought I checked this one earlier. Okay, I guess not. Wait, there's like a bottom floor too. Dad Kind. What the hell is this? Wasn't that a German mathematician? Maybe it's a compilation of his work. Liburnies. This book is in German. It looks like it's the complete works of something. I've never heard of it. Well, if Snake doesn't know what it is, I don't think we'll ever know. Owen, huh? Owen is enough to go on. Perhaps it's about the English Revolutionary. Sheldrick. Sheldrick. Isn't Sheldrick... Why is this book... Like, why are these shelves just different? Algebraic number theory. Math, huh? There's another one like that over here. You mean something like primary number theory, or analytical number theory, or geometry. Oh my gosh, how did you know? Nobody said anything about those. Well, number theory is usually split into 4 chief disciplines. There was a book there. I was a wild guess the other 3 would be there as well. Looks like I was right. The Pythagorean theorem. This is a famous one. Sounds like there are a number of math books in this section. This one's called Goldbach's Conjecture. Conjecture? What's this about? Like magic or psychic stuff or something? Right, I bet it's about jewelry, isn't it? It may have an odd title, but it's actually a very respectable mathematics book. It deals with one of the unsolved problems of additive number theory. Oh, sorry I said anything. Look, let's not get into this right now, okay? That's a weird book, Junpei. Indian mathematics. Huh, that's funny. Why is that funny? It says Riemann hypothesis. What is there to hypothesize with a Riemann? Isn't it pretty straightforward? Heavens, no, there are many factors. Length, girth, lubrication, or lack of. It's an exciting and rapidly growing field. Whoa! Is that an innuendo? Oh man, there's so many books. What's this? Origin of Japanese folklore. Looks like there are a bunch of books about Japanese culture here. Mostly ones about folklore, though. But folklore can cover a wide range of subjects. History, urban life, religious trends, environmental changes, oral traditions. Folklore can cover all those things if you know where to look. That looks pretty deep. Agriculture and historical organizations in folklore. Modern Japanese literature, huh? Hey, there's another one of those picture books here. Something about these things feels kind of nice, you know? Brings back good memories. I guess even people like Seven were kids once. Oh shit, you little brat. Hey guys, cool it. Alright, I think I'm gonna take this picture book with me. It's got a magic wand on it. Okay. So what's inside? Well, aren't you gonna open it? Pretty sure it's just gonna have pages inside. Smart. Whoa! Looks like another pop-up book. This book has an S, an E, a dash, and a number 5 sticking out of it. I might be impressed if I was 5. There isn't a picture book on the shelf anymore. This one's on Japanese culture, called Modern Japanese Literature. Let's see what we got here. So many books, I wonder what this one's. Whoa, what's this? Worm? Oh, sorry. Oh, no, I'm sorry. What's the deal with the sappy stuff? There are 3 lights in this thing. They aren't very bright, though. Hey, didn't we find some kind of powerful light bulb earlier? Why don't you put in one of these lights? Yeah, well, it's a lot brighter, but if there are 3 lights, that means 3 light bulbs. There won't be much point unless we can replace all 3 bulbs. We need 3 light bulbs, huh? Oh right, I remember this. You put the picture books in there and it spells something. There are books here in all sorts of languages. But there's something suspicious about the shelf on the left. This bookshelf has a sort of glass inlay. It's pretty big, but there's only 6 books on it. It seems kind of weird. Hey, looks like there's something on the bottom. I can't really see it though, the glass is all foggy. Oh great. In the middle of the glass door is a cylinder lock. You know, the kind of lock where you rotate the numbers around so you got the right ones to open it. What the hell is this? Looks like they just gave us the answer. Guess I might as well give it a shot. Did they give us the right answer? Oh! Well, thank you for the clue. Oh, oops, Oh, never mind, okay. I thought I scrolled too fast. I thought that last one was a 6 out of 5. You did it, Junpei! Yay! I don't know why, but I don't really feel particularly happy about being praised for that. Whatever, at least the lock's open now. Let's see if we can get it open, alright? Feels like a light bulb. Pretty high wattage too, unless I missed my guess. This should generate quite a bit of light. I think we got everything, but I want to check this shelf just in case. Oh, it's just back here. Can I not check these? Oh, no, that's not what I want. Okay, so are we going to be done the puzzle then? Alright, so there are 3 lights in here. I'm going to change these bulbs. Now they should... Whoa. Those light bulbs really make a difference. It's pretty bright in here now. It's a small enclosure with 9 sides. There are 3 of these things that look kind of like music stands. Okay, how about we try putting these picture books on the stands? Then... Awesome! Oh, I don't even have to put them on the stand myself. It looks like it worked. Way to go, Junpei. Good job, buddy. There's something projecting on the bottom. These letters, they seem familiar.
Sheldrake 5?
I think I saw the rest of this collection somewhere.
Yeah, I think it was somewhere around here.
Let's go take a look.
Okay.
Sheldrake.
Have you heard of him? Sheldrake, I mean.
Yeah, Lotus told me about him.
Oh, he was the guy who supposedly predicted the sinking of the Titanic, and then he was also on the Titanic years later.
There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory.
Wait, no, that's not the guy she was talking about. That was someone else.
Morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance.
Really? From Lotus, huh?
Well, Clover also said something to me about that stuff.
She did?
Clover, are you gonna tell me the rest of the story?
Yeah, what was it?
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger.
That girl. I told her not to tell anyone.
You did? Why?
Well...
Look, man, I didn't push it because we're in a hurry, but I'm kind of sick of this. How about you just tell me, okay?
Tell you what?
Don't give me that. About the experiment.
Ugh. Very well, fine. I'll tell you everything. But not here. Let's move to the top floor. I suppose I might as well start by telling you why I kept quiet, and why I made sure Clover did as well. To be honest, the explanation is quite simple. Zero told me not to. I had little choice. He didn't walk up and tell me, of course. He gave me a message engraved on a card.
That's a Braille card. It looks just like the one you showed us earlier. So you had 2 cards?
No, only one.
Huh? What do you mean? I thought that card just had some rules for the Nonary game on it.
Yes, it did. And those were the rules I read you. However, they were not the only thing on the card. There was something I didn't read. Well, perhaps I should say there was something I couldn't read.
And that was?
Tell no one of the events that took place 9 years ago. Tell, and I activate your sister's detonator. It's a threat on our lives.
Oh. Well, what about Clover? Did she get a message from Zero too?
I don't believe she did. But doesn't it strike you as strange that Zero would shut my mouth, but not hers?
Yeah.
To be on the safe side, however, I told her it was best not to tell anyone. Still, apparently she told you. That girl.
What's wrong with her telling me? I figured some stuff out with the things she told me. I mean, it looks like the whole activate her detonator thing was just a bluff. She's prancing around downstairs happy as a clam now that you're back.
That's very true. I've decided I can trust you. I've decided to tell you the truth. The chance that Santa is Zero is very high. I feel I can assume Santa doesn't have the time to observe us at the moment. And at any rate, even if he were, I very much doubt he would kill us.
Why?
Clover told me about the 4-leaf clover, about the words. If he knew about that, then he was in my group during the first experiment. I'm sure of it. He wouldn't kill us, no matter what the situation was.
Hey, Snake?
Yes, I know. You want to know what happened during the experiment?
Yeah.
How much do you know?
Clover told me about...
Don't we also have like less than an hour in game?
I see. The morphogenetic field in the experiments 9 years prior. How the experiments had taken place simultaneously at 2 locations, one being the ship and the other being a building in Nevada. And the girl that died during the experiment. She told you all that, did she?
Well, she didn't tell me the name of the girl.
At any rate, I now know how much you've learned. All that remains for us to determine
is who did this and why, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me what happened?
Yes. The people who organized the initial experiment were from a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals. There were 4 of them running the show. Gentaro Hongo, Nagisa Nijisaki, Teruaki Kubota, Kagechika Musashido. Hongo was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Nijisaki was his right-hand man and did the lion's share of the planning. Kubota led the company's research and development division.
These silhouettes look oddly familiar.
Musashido was their majority stockholder. It was these 4 people who planned the initial experiment. Let me simplify it for you. Hongo designed it, and Nijisaki put it all together. Kubota developed the technology required, and Musashido provided the cash.
So it's Hongo, Nijisaki, Kubota, Musashido...
Of course, more than 4 people were required to conduct an experiment of this scale. To that end, they organized a top-secret team to assist them with their research. All in all, they gathered 10 people or so. Those 10 completed their team, and they were able to begin the project. They named it the Nonary Project. The purpose of the experiment was to research the prospect of controlling a human mind through sheer will. The vessel, I suppose you could say, for this control was the morphogenetic field.
Huh.
Why did the glycerin suddenly begin to crystallize? Why did the crystal structure of EDT undergo a sudden change? Why did the rats improve their puzzle-solving skills with each generation? Experiments with humans produced the same results. The more people who knew the answer to a question, the more there were who could answer correctly without having seen the problem before. Why is that? How could it happen? The answer is that the shape of the answer has been stored in a field invisible to the naked eye. And through that field, the resonant event transmits information related to that answer. That's essentially the idea behind morphogenetic fields.
But that's just a theory.
Can't bring yourself to believe it?
Yeah.
Let's say someone killed another person because the devil told them to do it. Whether the devil exists or not has no relevance to the murder. They believe the devil exists. Whether or not he does is immaterial.
So what matters here is that Hongo believed in the morphogenetic field.
That's right.
But I still don't get it. You said they wanted to figure out how to control people, right? That is what you were saying.
Yes.
So how are they going to do that with a morphogenetic field?
I'll keep it simple. Let's suppose 10,000 people have solved a certain problem. The chance of you knowing that answer, even if no one has told you, will go up. Let's have another example, shall we? Say 1 million people were to do a handstand right now. Tomorrow, the chances of you doing a handstand would be higher, even if you had heard nothing of this hypothetical mass handstanding. Mankind's thought process and actions are all part of a resonant event. All of the resonant events encoded in the fields are projected onto you. Of course, this assumes you believe in this theory. Do you follow so far?
Yeah.
Now, if there was a person who had the same effect as those millions of people, what would happen? If that one person were to do a handstand, other people would find themselves wanting to do handstands as well. Can you imagine what a person with powers like that would be able to do?
How diabolical, they could just make everyone do handstands. Maybe we'll all get really good at doing handstands. They'll become a supervillain, the handstander.
Come on, there's no way.
I'm not done. Imagine another scenario. Imagine another person. This is an ordinary person. Let's say he does a handstand. What if there was someone who could grab the resonant event he created by doing that and use it to make other people do handstands? What would happen then? A person who has the power to write to the field, and someone who can read from the same. You could think of them as the writer and the reader, or the transmitter and the receiver. What would the world be like if there were people with abilities like these?
So the transmitter's resonant event can be transmitted through the field and sent to the receiver. And then the transmitter can control the receiver however they wish. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes. Close enough, at least.
Come on, that's just crazy.
Well, if you want to prove that, then you'll have to test it first. At least, that was how they thought. That was why they decided to do their experiment. That was how the Nonary project began. By the way, Junpei, have you ever heard of the Gansfeld experiment?
Yeah, that was an experiment in telepathy, right? You place a pair of subjects in separate rooms. Then you show one a picture and ask the other what they see.
Interesting. I'm impressed. Yes, that is exactly correct.
So, why did you bring up the Gansfeld experiment?
It was used to screen subjects for the Nonary project. The hospital in a remote town was affiliated with Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Hongo used it to conduct experiments on visiting children in secret. Some of them, he found, had potential. He began to gather children that showed promise. Children that seemed as though they might be able to access the field. Of course, none of them volunteered. They were kidnapped. There were 9 pairs of siblings taken, for 18 children total. For reasons that were not fully understood at the time, each pair had 1 transmitter and 1 receiver. They were split perfectly. As such, the 18 children were split into 2 groups of 9. The children who were put into Group Q were the ones who excelled at transmitting. They were transferred to the mock experiment building known as Building Q in the Nevada desert. The children who excelled at receiving were put in Group A. Group A was then placed on the former hospital ship Gigantic. From the experiments he had conducted so far, Hongo had learned the following. There are two things that can increase one's resonance with the fields. The first is epiphany. The other is danger. Have you ever been faced with an especially difficult problem and thought about it very long and very hard until finally an answer suddenly appeared in your mind?
Eureka!
It may seem obvious to say so, but that is what is meant by epiphany. The information obtained through that epiphany can be easily transmitted through the fields, where it can be easily interpreted. Adding danger to that equation allows for even easier field access. That's where Hongo came in. They set up a number of puzzles across the Gigantic. The participants had to solve each one before they could move to the next room. Of course, he hadn't forgotten to include danger. He had detonated a bomb on the hull of the Gigantic. The children in Group A were forced to play the Nonary game as the ship sunk. By forcing the children into a life-or-death situation, Hongo hoped to increase the likelihood of their tapping into the fields. The children from Group Q, on the other hand, were confined to the mock experiment building, Building Q. Building Q duplicated the interior and puzzles of the Gigantic exactly. Every detail was exactly the same. Hongo explained the situation to the children in Group Q. Solve the puzzles you find throughout the rooms. When you have the answers, transmit that information to the children in Group A. If you succeed, they will be able to solve the puzzles and escape. But if you fail, then the Gigantic will sink, and your brothers and sisters will drown. Those were his orders. Do you know why the astronauts of Apollo 13 were able to return to Earth safely? It was because NASA had access to a replica of the Apollo 13 capsule. All of the equipment, the instruments, everything. All of it identical. Everything was just like the real Apollo 13. NASA was able to replicate the situation the astronauts found themselves in. By putting themselves in the same situation, they attempted to solve the problems the astronauts were dealing with. Once they found solutions, they reported their findings to the men aboard the actual capsule. That was how they were able to return safely. It was the same with the Gigantic in Building Q. The children from Group Q had to use the power of epiphany to solve the puzzles they found and transmit what they learned through the fields. The children in Group A, however, they had to access the fields to learn how they might advance to the next stage. That is the simplest explanation I can manage.
Huh.
Hey, Junpei, Snake! How much longer are you two gonna sit around on those bony asses? Get down here already!
He's right. Let's go, shall we? We don't have much time. We need to get out of here and soon.
We don't have much time. We just stood around talking for half an hour.
Hold it. There's one more thing I want to ask you. Are you sure that there were 18 kids?
Why?
Well, I thought it was only 16.
Oh, yes. That was what they said on the news, wasn't it? Yes, I have no doubt that 18 children were abducted and used in Hongo's experiment. After all, you couldn't exactly play a Nonary game with any less, could you?
Well, yeah, but are you saying that the news got it wrong?
Yes, I am. There were 2 more children. However, they had no relatives that I'm aware of. I imagine no one filed a police report when they went missing. They were brother and sister, like Clover and I. The brother's name was Aoi. The sister's name was... Her name was Akane.
Dun, dun, dun!
That was the girl who died.
Akane Kurashiki died 9 years ago? Then, who is June? No. That's impossible. It can't be true. Akane isn't that uncommon of a name. If Snake had known her last name, that's a different matter entirely. So they share a name. A lot of other people do too. It doesn't mean anything. It was someone else. Of course it was. It has to be.
Is something wrong, Junpei?
Imposter.
Your breathing sounds strange.
No, she's kind of sus, eh?
Oh, no, it's nothing. I'm fine. Let's get back down there, alright?
I couldn't do it. Why didn't I ask? What's her last name? I just couldn't get the words to come out.
All this time, did Seven and Clover find the thing under the Sheldrick? They weren't. Me and Snake talked for half an hour, and Seven and Clover didn't even check behind the one book that we told them to. Sheldrick, this is it. This is what the shadow picture is pointing to. But didn't it say 5 at the end of the shadow picture? Yes, I think we need to find the 5th volume. Well, would you look at that? There's a big red button behind this book. I guess we should press this button. What was that sound? It sounded like something really big was moving. It came from the top floor. Alright, let's go check it out. This looks like an output monitor. I bet the letters you type on the keyboard will show up here. An output monitor. Well, I bet you gotta type something on that keyboard. Yeah, but you could only enter letters. It looks like you only enter 14 letters. Let's see how it works. I guess you need to hit enter once you type in the letters. You can erase what you type with CLR. Okay, I got the basic operations. Let's give it a shot. Wait, do I know the answer? Oh, I bet I have to do hexadecimal. What the hell is the point of these Roman... What is Snake doing? These Roman numerals, if you convert them to Arabic numerals, you'll have 13, 14, 10, and 13. I'm gonna write that down. So 13 is D, 14 is E. Oh, was it dead? Yeah. Yeah, it's dead. True. But this keyboard only has letters, and we can only enter 4 letters. Then why don't you just convert the numbers to letters? Convert the numbers to letters. Okay, so I press enter after I type in the letters. If I screw up, I could delete what I type with clear. Let's try this again. You are dead, dead, dead. Yay! You did it, Junpei. It's unlocked now. Good job, Junpei. Whoa there, don't get too excited. The password was dead, remember? Just makes me think whatever's waiting for us isn't good. So what? Jeez, you're such an old lady. We can't be worrying about stuff like that. I mean, come on. We gotta unlock it, didn't we? Or we got it to unlock, didn't we? Let's go, hurry up. Alright, let's get this thing open.